there wasn't enough money to run one, quite honestly. And most of the money went to the running of the shelter on Idlehour Road by virtue of the traffic that was going through there of animals. But more animals were generated in Kingsport than the rest of the county. The shelter at Sullivan County was chaotic. The pipes were stopped up by the corpse of mice who had eaten the food there. So we didn't have enough money to run one shelter properly in Kingsport, much less two. Thanks to Tom, back in the back here, thanks to him, he organized that board and mobilized it and had this vision of Pet Works, and it was great. And we looked for a location. The county actually spent $75,000 buying the property that Pet Works is on right now. And most people don't know that. The county put $75,000 into that land. But the people in Piney Flats came to my office. The people in Bristol came to my office and said, it's a 50-minute drive to Kingsport. It's a 50-minute drive from Kingsport to Piney Flats for animal control officers. We need something more centrally located.
So you're a keep both open. Is what you're keep both open is what you're saying.
Yes.
I get that. And I want to be fair to the other candidates, and I don't mean to cut you off, Mr. Mayoral, but he took some extra time. Did any of you want to say anything else on this topic since I opened the gate up? Because I think it's a quick question. Let's hear.
And both organizations are nonprofits. So the mayor would not have the authority to say, we're going to close these and merge them. That would have to be the conversation between the two animal shelters to come to that agreement.
And Josh, if I could add just one thing.
If we could do it quickly, sure.
We do a budget in July, and there is an amendment to our budget to appropriate $160,000 for Pet Works. And that puts the money back into Kingsport taxpayers.
Want to keep it super fair. Anybody else before we move on? Yes?
I do not think we should merge. I think we should do our best to keep both open, so that way our citizens have an opportunity to go to both. When we merge things together, then we are taking away one part of our area to consolidate, but we need to make sure that it's in the best interest of all of our citizens. Our county is a wide county, so we need to make sure that it's fair to all of our citizens to get to where they can, and for us to have locations to provide for them where it'd be convenient for them as well.
Thank you all for letting me diverge a little bit from our path. I think to get back on the track now, and I hope that you all feel that that was a fair moment for us to have a bit of a discussion about the animals, which is some of us like them more than people, right?
Yes.
So I think it's worthy of our time here tonight. Mr. Venable, I believe you have your